Hi everyone. In our last class, we had just learned about the different things about the minerals and how do we locate the different minerals in which place. Now in this video, we are going to learn about the distribution of minerals and mineral fuels in India. So, India is fairly rich in minerals, though their distribution is uneven. The northern plain is poor in minerals resources. The Himalayan belt had a wide variety of rocks, but the terrain makes it unprofitable to extract minerals from here. Means India has a lot of minerals because the distribution is uneven, but in the northern plain the mineral source is very poor, but in the Himalayan belt we have a lot of minerals to extract, but it is not even that much possible to extract because there has been mountains and terrains will come, and that's why it is very it makes very costly to extract the minerals from that place. After that, most of the India's minerals wealth lies in the peninsular region. It means that most of the things has been lies in the peninsular region. The peninsular region is the region where Kerala and Tamil Nadu, these places are located. Okay, so now we are going to see the distribution of minerals in India. Like we had just made a few columns, I mean few points, like eastern belts, which is in Jharkhand, Odisha and West Bengal. Thereafter the central belt, which is in Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and then southern belt, which is South Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, and southwestern belt, which is North Karnataka, Goa, northwestern belt, which is Rajasthan and Gujarat. You should learn these points very properly because it is an important. Okay, then we can move to our next thing, and which is mineral and mineral fuels. So in this table, through this table we can just learn that which minerals we get from which places. Okay, like the leading producers. So for the iron ores, the leading producer are Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Karnataka. For bauxite, the largest quantity of bauxite is produced in Odisha, followed by Gujarat and Jharkhand. Then uranium. Uranium is the largest producer of uranium is Jharkhand. Thereafter manganese. So Madhya Pradesh produces the large quantity of manganese, followed by Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. Same you can see about the gold. The major producer in India is Karnataka and followed by Jharkhand. Then silver. So Rajasthan and Karnataka are the main producer. For the copper, we can see Rajasthan produces the highest quantity of copper with Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh. Then limestone, Andhra Pradesh is the leading producer and followed by Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Thereafter mica, the highest producer of mica in India are the states of Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan and Jharkhand. For the coal, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Tamil Nadu are the largest producer, but they produce a low grade coal which is called lignite. Okay, then we will go for the petroleum. So Rajasthan, Gujarat and Assam are the main producer of petroleum in India, and like natural gases, Assam, Gujarat and Rajasthan are the main producer of natural gas in India. Thereafter, we will go into a new things that is called mining. So, mining is the process by which valuable minerals are extracted from the earth. Various methods are used to mine minerals, and the method of mining is chosen depending on the nature of ore, its position in the crust, and its mode of occurrence. So, mining is the process through which we try to extract the minerals from the earth's surface or inside the crust, and there are different types of mining methods. So let's discuss about the mining method. So the first of all mining method will be surface mining. This type of mining is also called open pit or open cast mining. Means it is it is a type of mining which is open cast mining. In this method, the minerals lie close to the surface, and the surface vegetation and dirt is removed and minerals are quarried out of open pits. Means the minerals will lie on the topmost surface, and by just removing the simple dirt we can see the minerals are quarried out of open pits. After that, we can go for the underground mining. In this method, tunnels are dug deep into the earth to react the ore buried inside. The mined ore is then brought to the surface for processing. Means the underground mining is the method in which the we used to make a tunnel, and thereafter we go down inside the earth crust and try to reach the ore and bring it to the surface for processing. Then we can see there is another method which is drilling. So drilling is a method of mining used to extract petroleum and natural gases, and the different types of drilling methods are used depending on the geographic location of the oil deposit. Means drilling is a method of mining. It is also used to extract minerals, but generally it is used to extract petroleum and natural gases. The different types of drilling method which is used uh, are mostly depend on the geographic location of the oil deposit, whether it is on the land or under the sea. And if it will be located on the land, then the soil type will matters the most. The drilled borehole through which petroleum and natural gas are brought together to the surface is called an oil well. Means the drilled borehole through which we just take the petroleum, it is called oil well. Means we used to just get the minerals through a pipe or through a something which is called oil well. After that, we can see the conservation of minerals. So minerals take millions of years to form, therefore minerals are said to be finite and non-renewable resources. Here it is very important to conserve the earth minerals resources. Some steps to conserve minerals wealth are listed below. So, like using available resources carefully and minimizing wastage, means we should not waste the resource or the minerals which we get, because it is very limited and finite. Thereafter, recycling metal scrap to make new products, means we should try to recycle the metal scraps. Means if we have some metal things and we don't want to use it anymore, then we should go and recycle those metal scraps to make a new product for ourselves. After it, using advanced and efficient technology for mining, means we should go for the advanced and efficient technology for mining, so that there is a minimum wastage of ore or products has been occur. Then we can go for the conducting research to find alternatives to mineral resources. Means it is very important for us to find an alternate method to get the mineral resources, because as the resources are limited, we are consuming it, it will be like empty. After that, what should we do? That's why it is our duty to find an alternatives for the mineral resources. Then we will go for the building awareness about the need to use resources judicially. Means we should also bring awareness to the people that we should only use the limited products which we generally need, and like we should not waste the products, I mean we should not waste the minerals, because it is not justified. Okay, so today I'm going to close the class, and in our next class I'm going to give you the question answer and everything from this chapter. Thank you.